Last night, I went out with an NBC crew. We went out around town and we talked to a lot of fans last night. I went to a tattoo parlor last night and talked to a guy who's done more than 20 Patrick Mahomes tattoos on people, one of which, a full face, was an 8-hour job on a woman. And so you're sensing this thing around this town, like no matter what team they've had in the past, you have to go all the way back to Lenny Dawson and Hank Stram for a city in a civic way to be as excited as this city is. And so I mention that because I think their home field edge here is going to be gigantic.
I've never been in a tattoo parlor. Just merely being there, does it create a temptation to get a tattoo?
Peter, last chance. Are you sure you don't want to get a tattoo?
I desperately want a tattoo. Yes, I have to tell you, we're there about 10 o'clock last night, and I said to Marissa Boyajian, the producer, I said, if you get one, I'll get one. And okay, so I was lying, Mike.
Okay.
I was lying. I was not going to get one. I have no idea. I have no desire to put ink on my skin, but you know, I know everybody else does it now. Me and you are the last two holdouts on planet Earth, by the way.
Well, would you get like an OU? Would you get an OU Bobcats? I mean, what would it be if you would get one?
No, I would not get an OU Bobcat. I think I would get Ann. You know, my wife's name. I'd get it right across here. You know, I think it would be lovely. I'd get the Mike Tyson effect.
Oh, boy. I think we may have some folks in graphics who can give you at least a glimpse of what that would look like. I have a feeling we'll be seeing that at some point over the next couple of hours. Peter's in Missouri on assignment with the Chiefs. He was at a tattoo parlor last night. We talked earlier in the program about whether or not being in the tattoo parlor tempted him to get a tattoo. He said it did, and he eventually said that the tattoo he would get would be his wife's name, Ann, on his forehead. And there it is. If you're watching on NBCSN or Sky Sports USA, there it is, Peter. Although the alternative, if you're going to go face tattoo, we've also got the Mike Tyson. I like the Mike Tyson better. There's probably a way to work both then. You could do the Mike Tyson tattoo with Ann in there somewhere.
I'll tell you, I kind of love the Mike Tyson because I'm such a pugilist. I'm such a pugilist, Mike. You know, I'm a fighter and not a lover, as you well know. And I think both tattoos would look good. I think there's room for both because I have a rather expansive forehead, and my face is also large. I have a very large melon. And so, I mean, maybe I should rethink that today. Could you imagine Ann King if I went home with Ann tattooed on my forehead? Would she throw me out of the house or love me forever? I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I don't know. That's one of those. If it's a face tattoo generally and it isn't her name, then you got a problem. But if it's her name, then it creates a real dilemma as to the future of the relationship. It's just good that you weren't in a tattoo parlor after having a few of your favorite beverages, because who knows where it goes from there. And my guess is that 65% of all tattoos are done when the person getting the tattoo is under the influence of some sort of external substance.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.